Hello. Let me call you on mobile.
So students would be in waiting room, or we have?
Yeah, they are in waiting room.
Okay.
In Zoom, they are in waiting room. On YouTube, they're watching. We have about 22 people watching on YouTube.
Hi, dear students. Just give us a couple of minutes. We'll just set out some audio issues and then we'll start off. Those of you who want to join in the Zoom session, the link has been updated in the description. You can click on the link and join on Zoom and interact with the faculties directly.
I suddenly realized there's one aiming thing here which I put up for my son.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so students are joining in. A lot of participants are in.
Yogita not audible.
Yogita, not audible. Can you try using your mobile otherwise?
I was about to ask you, Arun, whether painting was done by you or someone else.
That one by me only.
You only, I expected.
I tried to do freehand circles. It didn't come out so well. See?
Right. True.
There's another one actually beside. Human being.
Brilliant.
So he has a gun which allows him to shoot.
Students, can you please mute yourself? Welcome all. Welcome to this session, which is not going to be a study oriented session. It will be a one-to-one free candid discussion, right? So we have a lot of students still joining in, and we have some issue with audio with Yogita. So we're just sorting that out. Allow us a couple of minutes, and then we'll start up the session.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's audible now.
Yes, audible.
I'm
But
so sorry.
Yeah. So finally, the issue has been resolved.
Yes.
So we have more students coming in. Just a second. Let me admit them. Yeah. Hello, dear students. Welcome to the session, which is a one-to-one direct Dil Se chat with the faculties at IndigoLearn. And let me tell you at the beginning itself that it's not going to be anything about studies. So you're not asked about how to study, what to study, when to study. It will all be a very casual, candid discussion on the special occasion of Teachers' Day. Right? Welcome once again. And we have with us Varun, Shivteja, and Yogita. All of you know about the faculties who would be interacting with you. They will be sharing some of their personal journeys, and you can ask them some of your questions which you would like to ask. You can put it down in the chat box, and we'll take the questions one by one. Yeah, and thanks for the wishes that have been coming in for Teachers' Day. Thanks a lot. Yeah, students are still joining in. Yeah. So to start with, a couple of minutes of sharing, if you can have from each one of us, and if you can start a couple of minutes of sharing, then we can come to Shivteja, Yogita.
I didn't get the last part. What was it?
Yeah, so we can just share about a couple of minutes about your journey, which you would like to share with the students on the special occasion of Teachers' Day.
Perfect.
Cool. So should I start off?
Yeah, start off.
Please.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
So I'm happy on this occasion. I think it also marks 10 years of me being a chartered accountant.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh, wow.
So 8th of August, to be precise, 8th of August 2011 was when I actually got my certificate of membership and certificate of practice. So over the last 10 years, if I actually go back and see, it's been a lovely journey, right from being a lecturer to be a practicing chartered accountant, to be an entrepreneur, to be involved as an investor. And yes, personally, I have always enjoyed teaching, and professionally, I think for me, taxation has been, whether personally, professionally, through my lectures, through my consultancy, I think most people even choose me as an investor or even choose me as a shareholder only because I know tax. There's no other reason people come to me. And through this subject, I've made so many friends, whether be it in practice, be it my clientele. So yeah, that's more or less about it. I think, I'll keep the questions to the end, but yeah, that's a brief thing. I just want to tell you guys it's been 10 years. And I think it's the same for Shiva also, or actually
Same, absolutely same.
Correct.
Yeah, so how about you, Shivteja? How has your journey been so far from being a chartered accountant and working with a couple of firms and then starting your own practice and then teaching, taking up one of the, subject which has undergone a lot of changes in the last 3-4 years. So how has the journey been for you?
Yeah. So hi guys, good to see you all on this occasion of Teachers' Day. I'm so glad and happy to see all of you guys. And especially Varun and me sat on the same bench in the classroom and also shared the same classroom. And now we are happy that we both share same subject of tax. Be it direct tax, indirect tax, is an ocean subject what we both are dealing. And of course, in the last 10 years, we have been sticking to this tax subject, which is a plethora of content which is involved. And it has been so fascinating for us to take this subject. So it has been a outstanding journey with all of you guys, and especially with IndigoLearn. It's something a different experience. And at the same time, we are so happy that we are able to meet you like this online with all of you guys. And 10 years of journey, as said by Varun, it's been 10 years of my journey as chartered accountant. And of course, this subject of GST has been so amazing that when GST has come into picture way back in 2017, the biggest question which came to me was, government has spent so much of time promoting that statement and slogan, one nation, one tax, one nation, one tax. In fact, one client called me and said, so from this year, I'll stop paying income tax. I asked him why. He said, sir, their own government only told one nation, one tax. I said, my dear friend, GST is not a replacement of income tax. It's only replacement of indirect taxes. Get ready to pay more. So it's been a great journey with GST with a lot of hiccups, ups and downs, still struggling. It's just a 4-year-old baby. So it takes time to take some proper shape.
Yeah. Thanks, Shivteja. And coincidentally, the third faculty on the panel also teaches law. One is income tax, then we had, indirect tax, and then the corporate and other laws, right? So it has been a law-specific session, though we didn't want it to be that way. A couple of faculties were not available, otherwise we would have more faculties joining in. So Yogita, can you just, give us, spotlight on your journey?
And that is why we are happy that we have somebody with us who can tally the balance sheet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm so
So,
happy
Yogita,
to be on the call. It's so good to connect to every one of you and the students also who are wishing. Thank you so much for the lovely wishes. And it's good to know Varun sir and Shilpita sir have so much in common. I did not know this, about you. So it's good to know that. And about my journey, well, I think it's been an enriching journey altogether. I have grown as a person. My entire journey has really connected me to so many students, and I'm able to help them. I think that's the most interesting part about work that I do. So my entire journey is basically, worked as, building my own personality and helping the students. So I think, yes, the journey at the same time, after that, working with the company, and after that, starting the teaching. So it's been a great journey altogether. And now working with IndigoLearn, it's like very good. The whole exposure. Yeah.
Thanks. So, so we had a brief sharing about each of, your personal journey so far. So just a couple of questions, which I would like to ask, and then we'll move on to something special, which we have planned for as a surprise for all of our students. Because, I don't think we have been interacting with the students much on a person-to-person basis, though we indirectly interact through forums, chats, and, video responses and all, but still something we have in store for you, for the students. But, a couple of quick questions to, again, starting with Shivteja. So, Shivteja, when you started, taking up GST and it was a new subject, right? So how did you handle that? Because, that would also help a lot of students understand how they can handle new situations, when it comes to their career or, their professional journey.
Yeah. So prima facie, when we talk about this GST, I'll just take 2 minutes time to tell you about subject matter there, because you need to understand that GST is not some kind of new tax regime which has come into India. It's something like a cocktail juice where government has combined all the old multiple taxes of indirect taxes combined into one package, and they made it GST. So it is important to understand the earlier taxes which were there in existence, and due to which what were the shortcomings in the old law, because of which GST has come. That is when you actually realize and understand what are the good things about GST, and of course the other side of GST also. Both you can understand provided you learn the intricacies of what was the law prior to GST. So for me, when I talk as a faculty to students, I ensure that I talk about the earlier laws prior to GST so that you connect to the GST. That's why I tell the students very clearly that when you want to learn GST, please know what was the story before. Then you can understand what is the present situation which is going on. That's very important in GST.
So one of the students has posted that some person came up and asked ITC credit for income tax paid. So, so I think that is what it is. Right.
No,
thanks for sharing.
In fact, when I started teaching GST in the classroom, I told, let's start GST. One student asked, sir, is it government GST or Rangopal Verma GST?
Okay. Right. So that is interesting to get perspectives. So coming to Varun, I think again you handle one of the most complex laws in the country. I think I would have forgotten by now whatever I've learned 10 years back. Right? How do you keep yourself updated? How do you handle this plethora of sections and amendments, and they draft it so complicated manner? How do you handle that?
I'll tell you one small how I started learning income tax. So I am from a family of chartered accountants. I am the 63rd chartered accountant in my family. For most of you who don't know this fact, and
I think this requires a round of applause. It's a family of chartered 63 chartered accountants. Just imagine it. I don't think the act itself is the act was passed in 50, so about 70 years me 63 chartered accountants. I think round of applause. Yeah.
So in this family of chartered accountants, when we sat down for any kind of meal, the only topic that would actually come up is, guess what? What is the client going through? How to solve this problem? How to do the computation? Which section to use? What is the tax planning possible? And whatnot. And I still remember when I was in my 10th, I finished giving my board exams, and my father told me, Varun, we are going to Kakinada. Why don't you come? I said, what will I do? He said, there's one company. I will introduce you to taxation. And I was always very fond of my father's style of working. he's also practicing chartered accountant. And one thing I love about practicing chartered accountants is they can work when they want to work. Very simple, bottom line. And unlike many auditors per se, when you're into tax practice, tax consultancy, or whatever, it is a more, should I say, charismatic practice that you have. So I said, okay, let's go. And he took me to one of his clients then. And he said, okay, what you need to do now is just see the ledger called cash ledger and note down all the payment entries about 20,000 rupees. And this was my first learning of tax, what we now call 40A3, 40A3A. So, and then every evening, my father used to make it a point that when I come back home, he'll ask me one small question on some small section in the Income Tax Act. That grew into slowly, by the time I finished my 12th or by the time I got into graduation, it became book cricket in the house. So he would randomly take the Income Tax Act and he would randomly pick up a page and say, okay, what is this section 141? What is section 190? What is section 170? And that's how all these sections, subsections, clauses, subclauses, explanations, provisos became part and parcel of my life. And I always tell, I have never made an effort to learn these sections. And I think I tell this in class also. Sections are like your friends. The more you interact with them, the more you learn about these so-called sections, the more you understand the intent of the legislature. Automatically, you get to know these sections. And every year, like you said, amendments. As far as amendments are concerned, if you understand, like Shivteja sir already said, if you understand what is the intention behind legislature, why did they introduce that section, you will easily know what the amendment is. You really don't. Only thing you have to remember is which year it was enacted. I think most of the time I have a problem is when was this enacted? So whether it was enacted, especially when clients come very particularly, sir, was this introduced in 2018 or 19 or 20? That is when I actually refer to the act. Otherwise, the intention of legislature is more or less very clear to us. And everyone whoever wants to ever learn this subject, whether taxation, whether any law, if the intention of legislature is understood, it is an extremely easy subject to learn. Of course, it's an ocean. Don't ever try to become a master of by-hearting, because you will keep forgetting, you will keep learning. It's a process. And yeah, enjoy it.
Okay, thanks a lot, Varun. Coming to Yogita. So, Yogita, you have been teaching across the country, I should say. You're from Ajmer, teaching there, parts of North, and also teaching in Mumbai and teaching with us at IndigoLearn. How has your experience been of teaching the subject like law?
Yeah, so I am from Ajmer, which is a city in Rajasthan. Now, when I completed my CA, I had to make a choice. What do I actually want to do? So at that time, I could have gone into a corporate, the usual culture. I did try it also. But then after that, I felt like there's something more that I can offer. So then I had to figure it out. So I took my own time. I decided what I had to do. And then I really figured that I really like talking. I really like explaining. And then if I have to explain, why not my own subject? And law being one of my favorite subjects. So then I started teaching. So in Mumbai only, I started teaching, and then in Rajasthan also I taught, and then now I'm teaching here in IndigoLearn. So I think the whole experience of teaching itself has evolved for me. So me personally being an introvert person, like generally I'm an introvert person if you meet me in person. So, interacting with students, it's a whole different world. I feel, the students, the energy that they have, when you interact with them, you learn so much. Not only are you teaching to them, but you also learn so much. So I think it's not just giving the students the explanation relating to law, teaching them something, but in return, I also get their energy. I also learn so much from them. So overall, it's been a very evolving journey for me. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay, thanks for sharing. So, students have sent in some questions. So we'll take the first round of questions. Quickly, you can answer. You can't think much. So they want to know what are your favorite food, right? So starting with Varun, what's your favorite food?
Biryani, without doubt.
Which one?
Biryani, without doubt.
Biryani, without doubt. Okay. Shivteja.
Pani Puri.
Pani Puri. Oh, nice. Yogita.
I was also about to say Pani Puri. So
you can still say that.
But
Yeah.
that's-
Okay. Fine. I like dosas. Okay. And also obviously pizzas. That's a different thing. Right. So that is about the food. Now, yeah, some of the students also like biryani and panipuri. That's what they have mentioned in the comment section. We have a small surprise for you. You have seen this is to the students, right? You have seen the final video on the website or on YouTube, and you see the neat and clean thing that comes up. But then there is a lot of thing which happens in the background, okay, which a lot of you may not be aware of. So what our editing team does is they keep on compiling small pieces of things which keep on happening in the studio. And we thought, this is a good time to share this with all of you. So what I'll do is I'll just play that video now, and we can have a look at it, and you can also enjoy that, right? So just give me a moment. I'll share the screen, right? Just allow me a moment. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. I hope it's audible.
Yes.
So this is our recording studio. We apply some makeup so that we appear pleasant on the screen. The mattresses you see are for sleeping if you are tired and to reduce the sound.
Hello friends. So let's now start the next topic, which is equity risk premium.
You can find the various name references under formula. Thunder, feel the thunder.
So when it rains in between, when we are recording.
Lightning and the thunder. No, cancel this shot.
And out of
asking us to compute what is the cost per unit. So let's indicate the number of
central government require. Don't think that much. Just do whatever you feel like.
Lunch break.
Hi friends.
individual and Hindu to the बंद हो गया. Oh, sorry.
Because of the new loan that they have taken. Cut.
I was not recording here.
Hey,
Cut చేయండి.
God, it's done. Dude, it's done.
Keep yourself updated. Subscribe to IndigoLearn and click the bell icon.
So we have some fun, behind the screens, which we thought we'll share with you. And we'll keep on sharing this stuff, which you can, relate to us how it goes. Any thoughts on the videos, guys? Quick one.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. I think the best part, everybody was so much fun, but like that dance was the best, I feel. That's my favorite part.
Okay.
Aditya sir is done.
Yes.
I'm still thinking when I said that individual and HUA.
So I don't know when did I make those expressions. I might be trying out something on Excel, right? And these guys, they keep on recording and we don't even realize. We'll upload this video on YouTube. You can watch it and share it with your friends. friends, and we'll collate more. Actually, the team, all of us are not working from office.
At least
right?
there's one learning from this, that is, if faculty can forget, there's no harm in student forgetting.
Yeah. So it's
Rightly said.
Yes.
No, I think it's also not about forgetting. It's about when you're in front of the camera, trying to figure out how best can you communicate this to the student so that they understand, right? So,
Yeah.
and we do fumble, and we make some calculation mistakes, and we'll just be imagining some numbers and speaking them out, right? That is the
I still
thing.
remember. Go ahead.
Yeah. So someone is saying Sriram sir is still thinking.
Who is saying this? That Sriram sir is still thinking.
Yeah. So Sriram sir is still thinking till now. Maybe we'll need to check with him. Sriram, if you have any comments, you can, just respond to that. One student has asked that, you're still thinking. So you may let them know.
I still remember when I was doing one of the first problems of direct access computation. And in the mind, you have to make a computation table and put it to the camera in the opposite direction.
Right.
Should I concentrate on particulars and amount, or should I concentrate on the amount? So should I concentrate on total? And somewhere you lose the track of what you are saying. So,
Correct.
Good.
So I think just as Varun mentioned, a quick, also sharing for the students, when we record, we actually have to draw the balance sheet and, asset and liabilities in the opposite direction. Because you have to see it properly, you have to see it right. So we have to draw it ulta. And it takes us a lot of time to understand that, okay, we have to draw, liabilities on one side and asset on the opposite side. Mirror image. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so some students had asked some questions on, the news we have put out. And I think you guys can also now, turn on your videos and you can start asking questions. Right. So if you can raise hand, and then we'll allow you to ask questions. That can be one approach.
And before that, Suraj sir, I would like to ask you the question. How has been your journey, sir?
Oh, thanks for asking. I think it was, after qualifying, I never thought of teaching. Okay. I didn't know that, I should be teaching. But over a period of time, realized that, there is some gap which can be filled, and, what I felt what I was finding in candidates who used to come for interviews, the papers which I used to correct and all of those things. So then I thought, okay, I should start teaching. I was actually looking for a physical teaching environment in Mumbai. Okay, that was what my thought process was around 2015. I'll start teaching part-time and then I'll join. And then this thing came up. Raghu posted one day, and then we met. And then once we met, we thought, okay, so this was the platform. 17 is when we started. It was difficult initially, leaving a full-time job where you get monthly salary and all, and then starting this. Initial days were a struggle, and with support of all of you, in fact, in the initial days, we could take it to this level, and we hope we can grow this much further. Right. So that is
one more point, Suraj sir. See, with respect to your subject of accounting, the fantastic subject what you take, see, irrespective of computations, what we do in tax, the balance sheet tallying is something which gives tremendous satisfaction to any student, for that matter.
Definitely.
So, in exam, for that matter, when we see, let's say we propose a girl, the girl responds and says, yes, I don't know how much satisfaction it gives, but when it comes to balance sheet tallying, that gives enormous satisfaction. So, how was your experience with respect to account subjects, sir?
So I think one of the most threatening thing, I think, in the initial days when you start learning, that balance sheet will not tally, you lose out all the marks and all of that. But then over a period of time, try to make some rules and stick to those rules, and then finally, if there is a debit and credit, it has to tally.
Correct.
It may be incorrect tallying, but it has to tally. So that is what we do.
Wonderful example, by the way.
Type it out in the chat box. Type it out in the chat box, and you can turn on your videos. I think that would be helpful for us also to see you guys. So if anyone wants to turn on the videos and ask questions, it's absolutely fine. Yeah, Krishna Vamsi, you can. Guys, I think this is the time where you can openly ask questions, and don't think about that faculty is in front of you and all. No, yeah, so we have Ashwin we have. So I think Ashwin, you can unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, hi Ashwin.
Thank you. Happy Teachers Day to everyone.
Thank you, Ashwin.
So actually, I wanted to ask, like, there are a lot of things we hear about this CA course. It's like we should do it this company, or we should do this. It will be so tough. Or there is a lot of things. So, what are the things which, like, funny things you hear about this career, sir? Like something you can share. The mythbusters.
Okay, so Varun, all of us can give one myth buster. You can just bust one myth, Varun, for Ashwin's question.
The thing is, in CA, you make your career. There is no career that you're following of anybody else. It's about the beauty of this whole curriculum is it gives you so much knowledge. Put the so-called qualification aside, but the curriculum is so good that it gives you so much knowledge that you can enter the board meeting and directly talk to the management and express your views and tell them how the company should run. This is the only course. Of course, whether you pass, whether you fail, all that put aside, the curriculum is strong enough to ensure you are successful. It's not about the qualification, it's more about the curriculum that you have here. And I have seen so many, see, we've taught, so I think every lecturer will say this, there are so many students who might not have qualified as a chartered accountant, but are extremely successful. And since I am talking with 1 decade of experience, and I have taught students who are just like 1 year younger to me or 2 years younger to me, or sometimes elder to me. And because when we started teaching, I think we were 21 years old, and we used to teach students who are 23, 24. These guys, sometimes they might not qualify, but they are still very successful. It's the curriculum. So please concentrate on the curriculum. Forget about qualification. That tension should be only last 2 months before the exam comes.
Okay, thanks, Varun. So there is another question. If not CA, what would you have chosen? What would you be doing if you're not doing CA? So, Shivteja, what would you be doing if you're not doing, if you're not done CA?
So maybe I would have become a sports person.
Oh, sports person. Good. Okay.
Which sport?
Yeah.
Chess.
You would be playing chess.
Yeah.
Nice.
I played for state level chess, so I would have
wow.
gone that field itself.
So I'm not giving this question to Varun because he's from a family of 60 chartered accountants. I don't think he would have thought of something else.
I will actually answer this question because after being a CEO also I've chosen to do other things.
Yeah. I think you can share a couple of, a quick insight into other things that you've been doing.
I started off my career by teaching taxation and economics. And economics I used to teach regularly necessities of life, food, clothing, shelter, education. So I decided we have to have something in food, something in clothing, something in shelter. So that's how I started Pravarsh Agro Industries, which is for food, SS Traders, which is into garments, real estate business, everything is relating to this food, clothing, shelter only. So
nice way of putting that. Yeah. Yogita, any thoughts you have? Do you want to put some thoughts onto this?
Yeah, I think maybe I would have been a writer. I don't know. The right brain of mine is very active. Possibly a writer. I read a lot.
So I'll tell my thing. I don't know whether it would have happened or not happened. Okay, I would like to explore space and all of those things had I not been teaching you guys. Okay, so we explore space through animation, right? So that was one question. Yeah, we have Krishna Vamsi who's been waiting.
Hello,
you can ask
Krishna
Vamsi. You can ask the question.
Hello, sir. I have a question for all of you.
Hello.
It's very great to honor you in this meeting.
Same here.
I need to ask so many questions, but in the first time facing the camera while seeing you, after listening all of your classes, it's very.
Thank you.
I'm unable to express the feelings.
No, I
First,
think
I need a question. First, I prepared a question for you. What make you believe to be a chartered accountant in case of facing a failure? Like in the CA, IPCC or CA final. What make you believe in this course to stand at final level?
Varun, can you answer this?
So let me tell you, my journey as a chartered accountant is not all success. I will share my story of failure.
Yeah. Every CA, his journey is not a success.
Okay, so
I know. What makes you?
At the CPT level and intermediate level, I qualified very easily. At final, I still remember the day when I passed in 7 subjects and I got 37 in financial reporting. Correct? And I remember going back home, and my dad was like, "Hey, it's okay. None of us in the family passed in first attempt except your great grandfather. So it's a family ritual. Why are you taking it so seriously? Okay, so what are you going to do now?" And I remember I sat at my table. Of course, emotions flew for 1-2 hours. You want to keep everything back into place. And I went on to Facebook and I put one message. I think it's still there on Facebook. That when the going gets tough, the tough get going. This is what I wrote. And I also put a smiley there and said, "See you after my next exam." And trust me, guys, when I wrote the next attempt and I got, when I came out of the exam, I was sure that I'm qualified. And to my surprise, I got, I think, 93 or 94 in financial reporting, the same paper where I got 37, the same paper. And this time I made sure that I get exemptions in all the subjects. Of course, I didn't get in all, that's a different issue. But you need some kind of motivation. You need to motivate yourself throughout this journey. Correct? And every day I see some questions, how many hours you sleep, all that. I sleep more than anyone else here who's talking. Correct? But the point is not how much you sleep and how much you're awake. It's what you do when you're awake. When you're studying, are you giving it your 100%? When you are reading a provision in law, are you really learning it? When you are sitting with a book, are you really capturing everything that is supposed to be understood? These are the questions that you should ask yourself and keep yourself motivated. And automatically success will follow.
Yeah, so thanks for sharing that. I think that would be a motivation to a lot of students. Thanks, Krishna, for asking. So there's one more question which has come.
All the faculty I need to know.
So I think, Krishna, we have a limited time, right? There are lots of other students also
Okay,
asking.
sorry.
Next time, whenever, no, sorry, I know you are excited. The next time when we have one more round of session, there also we can have faculties to share that. Okay, so there's a question which says, who are your favorite celebrities? Yogita, would you like to answer that? Who are your favorite celebrities?
So I think currently it's Neeraj Chopra because he's won the Olympic gold. But like they keep shifting, you know, the celebrities also, you keep having different celebrities that you keep liking. So for now, it's that.
Okay. Thanks. Then how many hours do you sleep, Shivteja, if you want to answer that?
I mean, there is no specific number of hours we sleep. It depends upon the day, what you have spent. And rightly said by Varun sir, it's all about when you're awake, what you have done. That's the whole thing which matters. And please don't restrict yourself to a mindset that if you sleep for 6 hours, you're working hard. If you sleep for 10 hours, you're not working hard. Just don't be rigid in that manner. Ensure that your time, what you're spending, should be effective. That's most important.
So just to add on to that, during my CA final preparation days, okay, I used to sleep at 10 o'clock, get up aram se at 7 o'clock. Okay, that used to be my sleep routine, get proper rest and study in 2 hours and then take half an hour break, go to a cyber cafe. That point of time, we didn't have all the mobile phones and gadgets and all of that. So, you know, don't be fixated. So that is one thing, number of hours of what, how many number of hours you sleep. We have other students who have raised their hands. So yeah, Shreya has some question. So mute yourself and ask your question, Shreya.
Very good evening to all of the faculties.
Hello.
I've been with the IndigoLearn for a long time, but it's really a pleasure to see you all.
Same here. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I can guess that Varun sir and Shiva sir are from South. Their accent tells us that.
Yeah. Okay, so you
Yeah, my question is that why did you choose CA? Like, what was your first step that you thought I should choose CA?
I'll answer that.
So I think Varun has answered that. I'll not come back to Varun again. Okay. So Yogita, would you like to answer that? I think Shivtej, I can have your thought after that.
So when I started, I think that, you know, when you're 17, 18, that time you're not sure exactly what you want to do. It's very rare for people to find out or know what exactly you want to do. So at that time, I did not know exactly what I wanted to do, but I was studious, and this was the best thing you can do when you're a commerce student, you know. So I just started doing it, and when I started doing it, I started liking it also. And then, you know, once you start something, you have to finish it. That's what I think. So then I had to finish the entire thing. Okay, so I completed the whole CA thing also and CS thing also. And then after that, you know, when you start doing the job, that is when you actually think what you want your career to be. Okay, so initially, I don't think you should have a pressure on you at the age of 17 or 20 to think about what you want to do. You have a whole life to you, you know, you have all your 20s left. So it's okay, experiment. But if you started something, try to give it your best. This is what I think, and you should try to complete it. And then, of course, on the side, you can evaluate if you have some other talents and if you can deliver society in some other way. That's what I think.
Yeah.
So it's not necessary.
So
but of course, if you have, like a.
Yeah, please continue.
So there is not getting the time.
Yeah, but if you. Yeah, if you have like a, a thing for law or maybe a thing for accounting, you will kind of find out. When you're doing these questions, you'll start enjoying them. And that means you are meant to be something like this. So, of course, figure it out yourself. Yeah.
So for me, I think it was like when I was in my 8th or 9th standard, it was around 2000 where I used to hear my uncle was a chartered accountant and he used to command a lot of respect in the family. Like, he's a chartered accountant aspect. Okay, I didn't even know what accounting and all of that, except, handling my dad's accounts in the business. I think that is when it started. And then I followed that journey, subconsciously. And then they reached this stage. Shivteja, a quick thought on this. Why did you choose CA?
Yeah, so my case is a complete opposite case of Varun sir. Varun sir has got so many chartered accountants at home, but my case, I was the first person to become a chartered accountant. So I chose CA because I did not like the science background. So I wanted to get into some kind of course. So I came to this only by chance. So when I had chosen CA course, I told all my relatives and friends that I've taken this course called CA. Everybody was surprised and shocked. CA, and that surprise, I wanted to take it for a long. So I finished this course. That's how it has been done.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for that. Right. Thanks, Shreya, for your question. Next, we have Bunny. He has some questions. So, Bunny, you can unmute yourself and you can ask a question.
Sir, can you please tell me your cinematic style of chasing a flight to Bangalore? I think you posted in forum.
Okay. So I think he's read one of my Quora posts. So we had an event from IndigoLearn itself. We had an event in Bangalore and we were supposed to catch the 10th Indigo flight in the morning. And Satya Raghu was supposed to pick me up at around 5:30 from my residence. So he came at 5:30 to my residence. He called me, he did a WhatsApp call. He didn't know the flat number where I was staying. So he tried everything, WhatsApp, Facebook, FaceTime, phone, everything. And he gave up and he went to the airport. I was not awake by then. Okay. I woke up at 6. 7:10 was the flight. I woke up at 6 and I had to catch that flight at 7:10. Indigo means it will fly on time itself, right? And the distance from my home to airport is around 35 kilometers. And it was very difficult. And it's like, it was as if I had missed the flight, but still I thought, let me give it a try. And instead of calling a cab, I quickly got ready and then I took my car out and then I thought I'll give it a try. If I miss the flight, I'll take the next flight, but there's no harm in trying, right? I can't stay back at home saying that anyways, the flight is missed. So I'll stay back. So I started less traffic in the morning. So I reached airport, I think around 6:45 types. And because there was no luggage with me, I got the e-boarding pass. A couple of passengers helped me to jump the queue. And I was actually running from the security check till the door, Indigo's boarding gate. I was actually running and I could board the flight around 7:70 or 7:02. I was not the last person to board the flight, but those 1 hour generally, if I had to take a normal flight, I would keep 2.5 hours of time in my hand. So for a 7 o'clock flight, I would leave home by 5:15. And that day it was like almost a lost case, but I tried till the end and I think I was successful in boarding the flight. So it's that lesson what I got myself was you should try. You should not give up till the last mile. See, after reaching, you would have missed the flight, then it's okay. That was in your fate that you'll miss the flight, but you cannot give up halfway saying, okay, I got for the next flight and start. So that's the journey. Thanks for asking. Many of them know it. Next one, Harish has a question. Harish, you can ask a question. You can turn on your video and ask your question. Yeah, you can unmute yourself and ask the question. Yeah, Harish.
Sir, you want to tell about your personal journey. Can you share about IndigoLearn journey, sir? When it started, what is present situation, what are the future projects?
Okay, so we started this in 2017, Satya Raghu, Sriram, Sarath, and myself, 4 of us came together. And then obviously a lot of faculties onboarded one after the other, right? We started in 2017. Now we are 4 years old, 4.5 years old rather. And we have started with CA, Inter CA Foundation. Now gradually we are shifting to, a CA final. We have plans to, move into some other international courses as well. So it is, so this is a brief about, what we have been doing. And we want to ensure that the objective why we started this was we want to make learning fun, right? One Santosh had also asked in the chat box, how do you include the fun element? We actually, sit with each and every faculty and we discuss a lot of things and try to bring in as much fun as possible in the subject. Because see, otherwise the subjects are very dry, right? Auditing, look at EIS and all, they are very dry. So we try to, bring in some kind of fun element using examples. Then we have an animation team back, who works on all of these videos. A lot of effort goes on behind that, right? With support of all the faculties, support of the staff at animation, editing, cameraman, the makeup guy, and there are hidden faces also, not hidden faces, but who all handle your queries and for subject matter experts and all. We'll towards then we'll ask them to also wave you guys who actually work behind the scene to make sure that what you get is the right kind of product, right? Then Arun has a question. Arun, what's your question? You may ask it. You can turn on your video. I think she's not turning on. Madhusudan has a question. Madhusudan, can you unmute yourself and ask a question? What do you have?
Good evening, sir. Hello.
Yeah, Madhusudan.
Am I audible? Okay. Sir, I'm actually studying BCom final year now. Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, I'm above average student. Can I do CA?
Yeah, you can do CA. Above average, below average, whatever is it, everyone can do CA. I think that is what Varun had been mentioning right from the beginning. So there is one interesting question again. What makes the faculty feel angry? So Varun, what makes you feel angry?
Wait, an online class or offline classes?
Both, you can tell about both, online as well as offline.
Online classes, I think what makes you feel angry is when you're trying to do a reverse of all the subject and then you lose track where that cloud was left in the recording. So you say, here is Mr. A and here is Mr. B, and half story is over, section is over, then don't realize is this side or this side.
Okay.
So then you have to stop and think or see the video again. A kaun sa side hai? Ye side tha, ye side tha.
So a lot of times students, what happens is we forget. We start with the example. We say Ram and Sham, and then later on it becomes Sham and Ganjam. Okay, so that way. Shivtesa, what makes you angry?
No, angry in terms not really as such. I mean, as said by Varun, said a similar kind of experience I had. I a lot of times started with Ramesh and Suresh. I jump into Harish or jump into Mahesh. So I start thinking at which example I started, where it started. And one example I still remember, I was saying that Modi is playing a cricket match, and in that example I ran the whole story with all the politicians. Then after a whole story, I jumped into sports persons. So I was thinking which example I said, then cameraman told me, sir, from sports person we jumped to politicians. Then I said, oh shit, man, I'll start again.
Yeah.
Yogita, what makes you angry?
Hello.
Yeah, so in online recording, sometimes what happens is my hair comes in front. And now when you're talking and you're explaining all of those things, you don't realize, right? And then the camera person has to tell you that your hair, madam, please fix it. So then I have to stop the whole thing and then I have to fix my hair. So that is something which sometimes annoys me. Yeah.
So for me, what happens is some noise which comes from, if someone starts drilling and then or starts raining and all, I don't get angry, but that is something, which actually disturbs the track of the recording.
Correct.
Okay, so that is one thing. Then
a very interesting question. Did you ever cheat in any
exam?
Yeah. So anyone take up that question? You can please feel free to answer that.
Any exam? Of course. Why not? I cheated a lot in the exams. That's the truth. What to do? But of course, not in CA exam. Huh?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, schooling.
CA exam, so we don't even have time to look here and there. It's so hectic. cheating is far off.
I will tell
Exams,
you.
no. The problem with CA exams is, even if you want to cheat, we have a doubt whether the other person did it right or not. So we don't want to cheat.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Yeah, so I think there is a request not to ask questions on academics. Please let us not ask this, questions on academics.
Have you ever pretended to be learning in front of parents? Of course, many a times.
Of course. What is this? Everyone in their life. Now also I act as if I'm in busy meeting.
Okay, so there is one thing, average time taken to record a subject. For every hour, a total of about 100 to 120 man hours goes behind. Okay, movies and web series. Now it's interesting. So quickly, Yogita, your favorite movie and favorite web series?
Okay, the favorite web series of all times is definitely Friends. And right now, currently, I'm binge watching on Black Mirror on Netflix. So I think these two, like right now, yeah, that. But the all-time favorite is definitely Friends.
Okay, Shivteja, favorite movie and favorite...
movie in the recent times, it has been, of course, Bahubali from the South. That's been my favorite in the recent times.
Okay.
And web series, I recently watched Family Man. And unexpectedly, I watched Family Man 1 after Family Man 2 has come. So I ended up watching both at a time.
Oh, nice. Varun, yours?
I already on Suits. Suits is my all-time favorite. Before that, it was Boston Legal. So basically, the reason why I like both of these web series is whenever you see men working hard and then at the end of the day catching a drink, it's all about enjoying success. And I think you should all do that.
Okay, nice.
Suraj, I think there is a question of what is the acronym of FIN?
It's finance. So there is nothing. Is IndigoLearn, IN, we thought IndigoLearn and FIN, finance, right?
Very interesting question.
Okay, Varun, your son's name, someone wants to know.
Rudra is my son's name. That's it.
Okay, so someone has asked crush moments. If anyone had crush moments and if they want to share, please feel free to share.
You mean in school or what?
Whenever it is, whatever. See,
I had a crush on my science teacher in 7th class. And I went to her after I became a chartered accountant. I still asked her, ma'am, will you still get married to me?
What was the reaction?
I don't mind getting married to you, but I think my husband won't allow that.
Guys, no questions on studies, please. Right? Yeah. Anybody, Shivteja, if you want to share, that is, you can. Okay, so no comments.
Teja is not even sharing about his crush.
No, crush experience has been so many, so I'm just thinking which one to share.
Oh, that is uncountable, right? Uncountable noun kind of a thing.
Yeah, so this teacher crush, that even I have experienced a little bit in my CA journey. I had a crush on a teacher, and then that made me really work hard, so because I really wanted to impress this teacher. So yeah. So I can
so personal as
Hi, Balaji.
Yeah. So
I don't want to marry though. I'm done and dusted.
Okay, fine. What do you do in free time?
Me, go to the dairy farm and enjoy my time with the cows.
See what happens. My wife is posting from imposing to be a student, and she's asking, "What about you, sir?" Okay, so this is what happens, right? So I want to answer it right now. Yeah, so free time, Varun wants to go to the farm. Yogita, how about you?
I really enjoy listening to music, different types of music, sometimes dance, sometimes Punjabi, sometimes English, all of those music. I enjoy that.
Great. Then how about Shivteja?
I actually watch a lot of movies. So I'm a movie freak, so I watch a lot of movies in my free time.
Okay, so another question is, now it's becoming more personal. You can choose to answer.
At which age you got married? I got married at the age of 25.
25.
I married at 25. Varun?
Not married.
Married at 25.
Okay. All three of us got married at 25.
I got married at the age of 25, but we celebrated 30 years of togetherness last year. So I got married to my classmate, benchmate, schoolmate. So we know each other for 1 year, 8 months. So.
Oh wow, that's so sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
She got married to me after knowing that I went and proposed to her teacher also.
That's nice. Okay.
That's like a guarantee that it's a good marriage.
So Mohammed is sharing an interesting case here. His friend apparently took chits to the exam hall and then realized that none of the subject from the chits had been asked. He wept all day, all day. He wasn't worried about the exam, but he was worried that all his hard work of nano Xerox and money got wasted. So, that is the thing that, good students experiences as well. I think Arun Kumar, he has raised his hand. If you have any questions, you can ask. Madhusudan and Tarun, right? They have raised their hands. So if you have any questions, personal or something what you want to know about us, you can ask. Purely nothing about academics. If there is a question, your biggest strength.
Hello.
I think biggest strength for me is family.
Hello.
Family, yeah. Yeah, Shiv. Yeah, Madhusudan.
Sir, actually I'm from Karnataka.
Okay.
Hello. Suggest me a best institute to do CA. A direct
No,
entry.
nothing. So this is not about academics. So we'll try to park this question aside. Take it personally in the forum, or you can mail it to us. This, right?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Bunny.
Hello.
So I think there's some disturbance. So there is Himanshu is sharing one interesting
question there.
So have you ever experienced something like your spouse is angry on you and you don't know what to do and you say I'm going to teach? So that is, I think, a big statement. Yeah, it happens. Your time will also come, boss. Right now you are studying and all. Aapka bhi time aayega. Sabka time aata hai.
I got married. See, I'll tell you, I got married to a doctor, and even today she's a student. So she never says anything when I go for teaching.
So, right. So there is another thing. So Shiv Teja keeps on giving a lot of examples. Shiv Teja and Ravi Teja. So someone has asked, is Ravi Teja your real brother?
No. That just that the name is syncing with my name. I'm just using that. That's all. I don't have a brother.
Oh, in fact, I thought Ravi Teja is your real brother when I edit those files, right? So a lot of times these examples are Shiv Teja and his brother Ravi Teja in the US. Okay, Tarun, I think you can. Okay, you can unmute yourself.
There is one question in the forum. Marrying CA makes your life complicated.
How, ma?
I'm surprised.
No, it doesn't. So.
No chance. It makes your life so simple. You will get free tax returns.
And both of you can discuss sections with each other on the dining table also.
No. The question is not the question is marrying CA. If a CA gets married to CA, then gone.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. CA gets married to CA. That's the end of the story.
Yeah. So yeah, we also miss Raghu sir and other sirs. Due to some travel and other things, they could not join. We'll definitely try to have one more after some months, and then where we'll have faculties joining in and having this there. And it doesn't make sense to have all the 20 faculties on board at the same time. Other than it'll be very less of the little of discussion.
Varun sir, who is that Thanappa in your example? I also want to
Thanappa. I tell you, so my grandfather used to always ask me a question. If Thanappa went to the store and he bought this, what would be the rate of VAT? If Thanappa went and filed his returns. So in my grandfather's examples, Thanappa was used a lot because my grandfather had one so-called guy called Thanappa. So I still continue Thanappa as an example.
Okay. So someone asked, who is your favorite? Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Virat Kohli, who is favorite? Mine is Sachin Tendulkar. Others can answer whatever it is.
Suraj, the next question is for you. Tell how you.
I'm coming to that. I'm on the question about that. On cricketers, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Virat.
वो question हो गया अभी next question पे आ जाओ.
Next question.
Next.
I'll
propose my wife. So it was an arranged marriage. It is an arranged marriage. Okay. Let me tell you, she is also attending this session. So that is there. Will you upload this video live? Yes, we will do it. Then yeah. So Raghu is traveling. Aditya is in middle of serial. So he's an actor. All of you know. Native state. So okay. So my natives are in Rajasthan. I did my schooling in Nepal, partly then college in Bangalore, then CA in Hyderabad, work in Mumbai, now back to Hyderabad. Varun and others, you can share your natives.
My mom is from Rajahmundry, dad is from, what is this? I forgot the place also. Machilipatnam. And basically we had our family in Kakinada. From there we came off to Hyderabad. And since then in Hyderabad only, I was born in Calcutta, but because my grandfather had a posting at Dum Dum Airport in Calcutta at that point in time.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm from Telangana. Both the parents are from Telangana itself.
So me, born and brought up in Rajasthan, Ajmer.
Born and brought up in Ajmer, right.
Sir, is there any live example that who clears C as average student in inter or degree?
Me.
What? I didn't get the question. What is it?
So as an average student, have you seen students, clearing?
Yes,
So
yes. Cleared.
though it is an academic related question, I know one thing is CA is not about how much, academically brilliant you are. It is about how much of hard work and smart work you can put in and you can qualify. It is not that someone who has scored. Sorry?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's not that someone who is academically will definitely crack CA. We've seen students who used to be 95, 98, 100 percentiles and they used to flunk in, CPT and inter. Okay, so it is not about the intelligence. It is about how you can manage all the things around that and appear in your exams.
And one thing to add on there, see, as I just told you that I was the first person to do CA in my family, everybody was surprised when I told that I'll join CA course. So a lot of my relatives told, you really think you can do CA? But all that relatives after I passed, even though being average student, they came to me and told, we know from day one that you will become a CA.
Yeah, that is a very relatable thing.
They told like that because they don't want to pay for tax returns.
So moments in articleship. So we had one fun moment, whenever our principal used to be out on traveling or we had gone to some department work and something like that, we article trainees at that office, 7, 8 of us, we used to make so much of noise that the offices next door, they used to come up and say, sir, nahi hai kya? Once let sir come back, we'll complain about you guys. So, when principal was not there, it was all about making noise and hangama. Varun, what was your experience?
I think the
fun moments.
The most beautiful time of CA is the articleship. And I think I traveled the entire India, ate in the best restaurants. Because you used to get food reimbursement. Whatever you say, there's no other the career or anything that gives so much happiness. When my articleship fees was, I think, 800 or 1,000 rupees, but I used to eat food worth 15,000-16,000 per month and get reimbursement. And I still remember when we used to go to Delhi, there used to be a hotel. We used to ask him, what is the costliest dish here? We need to eat that only.
Because we'll get reimbursement.
Yeah. So I remember first time when I ordered food from chutneys and all, it was like, this is the cost, and they say, yeah, you can order whatever you want to order. You order, we'll get it from you. So they put up once during one of the bank audits, they gave us governor's suit in one of the tourism resorts. They're like, wow, so that was the experience. I took my first AC travel was also because I was my articleship. So that is when I got a chance to travel first time in an air-conditioned class. Right. What is Shivteja, how was your fun moment?
Yeah, so the articleship has been a great journey, especially in terms of learning at the same time having fun also. And when I've been for audit, that was the most amazing moment because audit is one such place. My stipend is confirmed. At the same time, I'll also get the conveyance. Both will be there, and then we go for an audit. And the first question I used to ask on day one of audit was, in case of lunch and snacks, is there any limit in terms of food what I eat or the amount what restriction is there? And if they say that there is no limit, then we'll show talent.
Audit used to be beautiful. It used to go lengthy, more in depth if there's no limit on lunch bills.
Yeah.
I remember an audit of 10 days. We have done it 15 days because the food was so good there.
Yeah. Now, when I look at my article students now, I feel this is what the fun that we are missing today in life. Today, when affordability is not a problem, it's not so much fun. Those days when we just got 1,000 rupees or 800 rupees as stipend, but lunch, you tell me, I used to call my friends who were in other cities. Hey, you don't have food, you're engineering, doing whatever, come, I will feed you. You also come for lunch.
Yogita, your experiences?
So with me, what used to happen is that when we were giving the written work, we used to talk a lot, we used to make a lot of noise. No? So sir used to know that this is Yogita, she has to be removed from the group, otherwise then the group will be quiet. So then specifically I was removed, and the sir used to make me sit next to him, and then he would make me do certain things specifically so that I am
Out of the group. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So
What will you do when you get angry? Earlier it used to be shout and all. Now sit down, relax for some time, keep quiet for some time, get back to normal, and start continuing to work. Others, if you want to share, what do you do when
I clean my car when I get angry.
You?
I wash my car.
Oh no, that's interesting. Shivteja?
So anybody in the house, anybody in the house, if they see me cleaning or washing my car, they know that I'm in the worst of worst mode. They should not even come close to me.
Oh, okay.
I think that is why whenever I see Varun sir coming to the studio for recording, every time his car is so neat.
How about you, Yogita?
Yeah. No, I think follow the same thing that you follow. I just don't react on it, and then I go aside, and then I think about it, and then process my feelings, and then I come back. That's what I do.
Okay.
But this car thing needs to be tried. I think we have to all try.
Yeah, actually need to be tried. Okay, great. So one request physical meet. Yeah, actually just pandemic, we thought we will have some kind of physical meet, and then pandemic struck, and then we could not do it. Then fun stories we have shared. As students, if any other incidents you would like to share from your student journey, because I think we have overshot the time, we would like to, I know it can go on and on forever, but then time is also limited.
Very interesting question is, have you ever used your CA tag to get out of a problem?
Okay.
Have you?
I haven't.
No, I'll tell you one case. I'll tell you one case. See, one time what happened in the initial days of CA journey, when I qualified my CA, they gave the CA sticker. I put it on my vehicle. So morning I was going for a morning walk. I did not carry my wallet there. So one police person stopped me because I was not wearing a seat belt. So he said, "Come on, pay me 500 rupees challan." I said, "Sir, there is no money." He said, "See that sticker? You're carrying a CA sticker. How can you say there is no money with you?"
So in fact, you landed into a problem because of the sticker.
Exactly.
In COVID times, I had to go out, and I didn't have this essential services, essential goods pass. So I simply took that CA sticker, put it on the car, and went out. So police stopped me. He's like, "What do you do?" "Chartered accountant, essential services." He said, "Okay, go." "What? Where are you going?" "Hospital." "Audit." Go.
Hospital audit.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, so I specifically don't have any.
All of you are in your late 20s or mid 30s. I am only 21, ma.
Sir, they didn't ask about when you qualified CA. They asked now.
Now only I'm 21. I have always been 21.
No. So just some time back, if you are good auditors, he mentioned that he celebrated 30 years of togetherness with his wife. Okay. So you can calculate the age and figure that out. So you need to catch it that way. Yeah, reimbursement, like, articleship and all, you guys can actually get, make it fun. What happens is we think articleship, CSA principal doesn't, listen to us. He keeps on giving us all kachra work. Try to get fun element out of in that. Try to learn whatever you can, and you'll do good in life at a future day. Okay, right. So I think been a wonderful session so far. We can have concluding remarks, and we can also have the last few words, the concluding remarks, and then we can conclude. We'll come up with other faculties also, and then we'll have one more round of session sometime in the future. Yeah, we also don't want to end this turning point in the career. Varun, Shivteja.
Every day my career is turning.
With respect to CA course, intermediate 12th standard was turning point. That's when actually I started studying for CA. So that was a turning point for me.
That actually reminds me of a story, and I'll tell you this, and I think most of you will enjoy it. So I come from a family of chartered accountants, and as usual, when I started learning, that time we had PE1. Okay. Correct. We were in Badruka College of Commerce. We were doing PE1, and I was one of the most notorious kids in the class. And there was not a single day, I think I attended the so-called classes for CA. So suddenly there's 90-day course that time. And 60 days were over, and then I made it up that pakka I'm going to fail. There's no chance. I don't know anything. Suddenly ICA came up and said, there is CPT new curriculum coming into picture. So those who want to shift to CPT can shift. Don't need to write P1. And it's only MCQs. It's not theory. So I and my friends discussed very importantly, and he said, see, anyways, we don't know anything in P1. So there's no chance we're going to pass. Let's take these MCQs. Pakka will put ... something or the other we'll pass, because 30 days time is there. We'll prepare 30 or 60 days time was there. We'll prepare something and write. And I went and told my dad, I want to do CPT. It is more subject oriented. We will learn more. It's MCQs. There's higher chance of passing. My father also those days was chill. So he said, okay, do what you want. And we started CPT, and then we had that 25-day crash course at ICA. And we wrote our exam. I still remember my father driving me and 3 other friends, Rahul, Srujan, Santosh. And the paper was for 2 hours, like it is today. 2 hours, then break, and then again 2 hours. We came out in the first 40 minutes. Those days you were allowed to come out. So 40 minutes we came out, and my father was near the gate. He was saying, you came back so fast. Oh, it's okay. Next time we'll write. And we were like, we pakka pass. Actually, we are thinking whether we should write the second half or not, because 100 out of 100 pakka I will get. So my dad, he called up my mom and he's like, Varun is joking too much. He's going to fail, guarantee. So then my mother, she took the phone like a very worried Indian mother. She said, I said, Mommy, I'm not joking. Really, we wrote so well that I think I'll get 100 on 100. So she said, okay, don't joke like this. Just eat some food, study a little more. I know first paper gone. So at least second paper, you try to make it up. Again, we came out in 1.5 hours. My father made it a point. Okay, all 4 of you are going to fail. No problem. Life is long. He was trying to motivate us so that we don't leave the course. And it went on. And days went on. He was asking, why you are not studying? You are going to fail anyways. Why don't you start? And we were very confident. We'll pakka pass. And then I still remember the day of result. My friend, he came and said, Are Kobarkai korte pakka rank lostera. So we went to Skandagiri temple in Padmarao Nagar. We all took 11 coconuts and broke. And I told him, if you don't get rank, I'm telling you, I'll beat you up. Because I don't personally believe in this coconut business, but I'm telling on your behalf. So we broke coconuts, we went to examination hall. And first, my friend checked, he got 19th rank, then 20th rank, then 28th rank, then 32nd rank. 4 of us got 4 ranks. Then I called my father and I said, Daddy, I told you no, we'll get full marks. He said, how much you got? Tell. I said, I got 179 out of 200. He started laughing and he said, Acha, the 21 uchinda. I told you no, you'll fail. So my father was in disbelief that we qualified. And I think after that day, that ranks encouraged us so much that we thought we have to pass somehow. And that's how we actually got motivated to study together. And the same 4 friends later on did IPCC together, final together. And most of you know these 4 friends as lecturers together. So we all qualified, got good marks, and started teaching.
Nice.
That's an interesting story.
Yeah, so I think before we conclude, I actually want to ask Suraj sir that it's been you have been a ranker in all the 3 levels of your CA course. I think you need to add a couple of more inputs to the students.
No, so ranker.
Do you really think that rank is something so important that students should actually think about rank so much?
Okay, so coming to rank, the rank will help you in the first leg of your career. That's what I want to summarize in a nutshell. For your first job, it may help you. Again, I have attended interviews with rank holders all around me, right? They called 12 rank holders were, in a group discussion, and only 4 were speaking. The remaining 8 were just silent in the entire group discussion. So you got a rank, you got that gate pass to attend a corporate interview. But after that, you have to perform, you have to demonstrate your knowledge. And after you start your job and you get, experience, either as a job or in practice, after that, I don't think anyone would come back and say, oh, you are a rank holder. That will not matter. How good communicator you are, how good leader you are, how can you manage a team, how can you solve a problem? See, today, it is not important that you know all the sections. It is important that you understand is to be applied. How is that to be applied? How is that to be interpreted? Okay, so it will definitely give a slight push. It will help you to start your career. It will give you that jump start. But then after that, it all depends on you. Okay, there are people who have qualified in multiple attempts. They are doing great in their life, right? There are people who have got ranks and they're just doing average in their life. So it all depends on how you take your journey further, right? Okay. So that is thing. Coconut business is really profitable. Yeah, you can also, no problem. Yeah, so cricket match. Just a couple of minutes I would like to take. This is something which is very close to my CA final attempt. We had this India versus Australia match, 2009 November. I was writing my CA final exams. I came back from my financial reporting paper. I did not have television at home, and no, we didn't have smartphones then. And Sachin was batting, 175 not out. Those who love cricket, they can go and check the kind of innings that was. Right. And I was continuously texting my friend, what is the score? What is the score? What is the score? What is the score? And exams, next day we have another exam, and my focus was on that, cricket match. And I'll still remember that his innings was one of the best. It was my exams time. I could not resist. Right. So such kind of things happen, and you have to, take it along as you prepare. Okay, thanks a lot. Any concluding, parts from Shivteja and Yogita, and then we can conclude the session.
Yeah, so thank you so much, guys. Thanks to all the students who have joined us. Especially amazing. I mean, when I've been informed a couple of days back that we'll have a program like this, I myself got excited that it's something really good to meet all of you guys in this manner. Because when we meet at the studio, that's a different experience. When we meet like this along with the students, that's altogether a different experience. So thanks for all of your time. Thank you.
Yogita, concluding parts.
Yeah, thank you so much for having this wonderful session. It was such a fun session. I got to know all of you also a little bit more. And of course, we got to know the students also. We got to interact with the students and those lovely wishes. So for the November 21 examination, specifically, I want to say all the best to all the students and put your best foot forward. Give your 100%. And that's what we want from you. So yeah, thank you for having us.
And thanks. Just to add on a few things, right? Faculties take a lot of effort. Varun comes up early in the morning, sometimes at 6, sometimes at 6:30. Aditya had recorded, at midnight 10 till morning 4. Okay, a lot of those things keep on happening. Faculties record early in the morning, late in the night, just to ensure that things reach you on time, right? So thanks a lot for joining in, and thanks a lot. I'd also thank other colleagues at IndigoLearn who were behind this. Okay, so I think all of you, if you can just say a quick hi to the students, and then we can conclude the session. Whoever have joined in.
Hello, hi students, all the best.
Hi students, all the very best for your exams.
Thank you guys, thank you.
Hi guys, this is Sriram, all the very best.
So he's been listening there all throughout the session.
And he was also thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Still thinking. Okay.
He's still thinking. All the best, students. Okay. Have a great time. You'll enjoy the CA.
Sure. Thanks a lot, guys. And I'm ending this session where we hope to have more such sessions in the future. Right? Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.